go.
You're right there, Chaos here today with another hints and tips for you all how to help your channel, and it's a continuation from the TubeBuddy video last week. Now, I wasn't actually planning to do this video anytime soon, however TubeBuddy contacted me in the video. I wasn't expecting it at all, for any of you say it was sponsored or anything like that. They actually gave me 3 months free membership to the star level, and I was like, oh, okay. I was really grateful, and that's why I thought I'd do this video to explain what the different levels mean, how they can benefit your channel, and obviously to see if it's worthwhile buying into it or not. Okay, so I went over last episode a couple basic things, so I don't need to worry about going over this video. So if you want to know a bit more of the basic stuff, please click on to the previous video. I'll put the link to it in the description down below. So obviously to enter the TubeBuddy with what you can do and can't do, you just go up to the top and you obviously click it. In the previous video I explained how to download and install it, and you come over to my account page. Now on here you can link your Facebook account, your Twitter account. Is really simple, literally click and add it. And here actually states what license you got. Now I got the star license, as I was saying. It gives me a health report, brand, warning and things like that. Now the backup and export, it's basically backing up your links and things like that. Brand alerts is when certain things are coming up very similar to what you've got. So it warns you. The one that is very important actually for if you're starting out your channel is the health report. So you simply click that one and it will bring up all this. So it may be a bit like, oh, what's going on here? But it's nice and simple when you break it down. These are your total views, your total amount of subscribers, your total amount of uploads. This is your performance, so it's over last 30 days. So I've dropped down a percentage in my views, but I've gone up a percentage from the previous 30 days of subscribers, and engagement's gone up. So you can see then the engagement, the general engagement, chatting's gone down a bit. However, the likes have gone up and the dislikes have dropped. Then sharing, my Twitter sharing's gone up, my Google Plus has gone up, my Facebook's dropped. However, my LinkedIn has gone up. And then the retention, minutes watched has gone down. However, the average view duration's gone up, and the average percentage watched has gone up. So it makes it all nice and clear for you. Then you obviously got your traffic, so it shows what kind of views you got in the last 30 days, and then related videos, and then websites, so unknown, Google Plus, Google Search, Twitter, then Apple Mail, Sherry, and things like that. So it collaborates it all in one nicely easy package. Then it shows you your demographic, which is quite useful for how to obviously target your audience and what kind of people's going for. So my audience for females have actually gone up, whereas my males has dropped a little bit. But you see here the age that I obviously going my audience is. So obviously the 18 to 24 has gone down, whereas all the other ones have gone up, minus the above 54s. Now devices, the PCs have gone down, smart and tablet and consoles have gone up. Then the regions, you can see it's all dropped a little bit. However, certain countries like India and Germany and so on and so forth have gone up. And then the playback is dropped down at the moment, but you can see it's quite nice and easy to obviously go around and see what's obviously going on. Competitors is obviously that is higher up leveling. So if you've got someone who does very similar content to you, you can obviously keep a closer eye on them to see what they may be doing, what you may do better. The brand alert, as I said, is more about like the titles and everything. The A/B test, I'm not 100% sure what actually that stands for, but it's more in the variance of the titles and stuff, which is quite useful. But before I digress too much, I'm going to go into what the actual upgrades are for TubeBuddy. So if you go here, at the moment I've got the star one free of charge. Now the standard one, you a lot of people get is the Pro. Legend is just everything's unlocked. So if you go down here, free, it gives you obviously the editing tools, quick limited variant of obviously your responses. However, these are the quite useful bit, is the bulks and the templates. As you can see here, a lot of it's disengaged, except for the promotion stuff, when you then upgrade. So obviously I'll let that for you to discover at your own pace, but obviously the different levels cost different much. However, if you got less than 50,000 views, then you get a reduction. If you want to pay yearly, you get another reduction. Now, if you have more than one channel, you can sometimes get a bulk order to obviously discount it. But if you are networked with MCN, they work with that network to, if you are viable for free access to like the Pro one, and if you're non-profit, you obviously contact them and you can get 25% off. So there are ways around it, getting it cheaper. But now I'll go over some of the features that are quite useful for myself, and one of them is the subscriber feature. So you go over to the subscriber page, you see here I've clicked already and it shows up what networks these people have connected to their channels. Now I load more. Now if you see here, I can send a message directly to them and subscribe directly to them. But if I click the actual view button there, okay, when there was a view button, it will then show up obviously their links, so I can interact with them more directly, which is very useful. And then that's how you grow your audience and your retention. But this is another option now in the videos one. If you've got cards, okay, or annotations, what you can do, you can click multiple different ones, let's say. You can then go bulk. Now I can replace the thumbnail overlays, I can delete the annotations, I can update the annotations, I can delete the cards, I can update the cards, all bulk without having to actually go into each individual one, which is very useful. Now, if I go into the actual video itself, now I'll open up one of these ones. Now, some of you may have noticed in the previous one, you've got obviously the different ways to share the video, like Twitter, Google Plus and stuff, where this is. Now, when you see this upload defaults, if I go over to it, I've set up some actual plan templates for defaults. Now, if I go on to Battlefield 1 campaign, it will update the title to whatever I want, the description, the tags, the monetization, and the advanced settings. Now watch, I click apply, give it a moment to obviously work it through. It's automatically filled it all in for me, which saves a lot of hassle if you're doing a let's play. Now, another thing before I go into how to set that up is the annotations, which is very useful. We'll leave that, I don't want to save that because it was all set up, but I'll go over that in one moment, what's very useful as well with having the upgraded one. Now if I go over here, and I shall set up, obviously, let's scroll back a little bit to the beginning of this end card. There you go. Now I go add annotation, I go add a spot, let's say add a label here. So I go over this one here, so I want to go click this if you want to view more. So I click that. I then obviously set it up to whatever I want. I'll delete this one off, go on to that one. Now I set the link up to whatever I want, so at the moment I'm just going to do video. So obviously I go video, I click apply, and so on and so forth, set it to whatever I want. Now down here I can go set this video to an annotation template. Now if I set it to Battlefield 1 campaign, I then press enter. Whenever I go on to another video, I can go apply templates, and you see here I've got different templates now that I can use, and then I just click apply and it automatically adjusts it for me. But now if I go back onto the tag screen, I know this video is a little bit longer, but I thought I'd go into depth of it. Now, in the previous video, I went over how the tags search option will work. Now, when I click explore, and if I type in battlefield, which I could spell, 1, and I press enter to explore, now this is a slight but major difference. Give it a moment, obviously it depends on your internet speed and connection. See all the options that now pop up. Every single different one that pops up with a strength of how good it's rating, and then you just click plus to obviously plus them. Auto suggestion, so I go, oh, gameplay is quite a nice one, I'll click onto that one. Then it'll bring up most used tags for that one there, as you can see, and it brings up a whole choice. It's not limited to just 5 at the top. You can see historical, how well it's actually been doing tag wise. Results, if you search by that tag, where they'll obviously pop up. But then with the suggestion, it'll pop up with more suggestions for you, automatically related to what content you're already doing and the title. So you see there, it's automatically popping up with it straight off the bat. So I can literally click that, it'll then go straight in. I'll click enter and I save it. Give it a moment. There you go, all saved. And we'll pop last but not least over to the defaults. So all you've got to do is click here, go onto the Creator Studio, go over to channel, then upload defaults. And you see here I've got loads of different defaults. So all you've got to do is obviously add your title, your description, whatever monetization you want, the gaming, and then when you add the tags in, remember to put commas in, set it up to whatever you want, click save, it's done. Easy as that. So I hope this video has been useful. I know it's a little bit longer than my normal hints and tips, but I wanted to go over it a bit more in depth and how it can be useful, obviously upgrading your TubeBuddy and what you get out of it. But as I said before, can't thank TubeBuddy enough for giving me this option. And if you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up, really do appreciate it. And if you've used TubeBuddy with the Pro variants before and so on and so forth, let me know down below, see what what kind of history you've had with it. And if you want to see more content like this, by all means, join the Chaotic crew, smack that subscribe button down below, you're more than welcome to join up. And as I always state, you all take care, chaos out. I've put in my title, I put in the description, I want some suggested tags, okay, to get the ideas flowing. Bang, it'll automatically come up with some suggested tags that come up in the search function. Then ones related to your actual channel that you've already been using. Obviously you can upgrade the license and you can get a lot more